to our live coverage of the T20 World Airline Tournament. We are in a double header Saturday. We've just witnessed a very enthralling game between Singapore Airlines and Cathay Pacific. Now our next game comes to you between United Airlines and Sri Lankan Airlines. And let's go in the center and find out what happened at the toss. It's toss time in the second match of our doubleheader Saturday between United and Sri Lankan Airlines. I've got both the captains here, Anuj from United and Chaminda from Sri Lankan Airlines. Anuj has got the coin. Anuj, please flip it. Tail is the call. Head it is. So United have won the toss. Anuj, you have won the toss. What are you going to do?
We like to bat first.
Any reason to bat first?
Not specifically. I think we've been chasing games in the last games we've been chasing. Today we have a different outlook. We want to come out, put some run on the score, and then let Sri Lankan chase and execute our plan. So
This is your last game of the tournament. How has it been for you so far?
amazing, no doubt. You know, it's been an amazing learning. It's been an amazing tournament. Thank you to Emirates and both United Airlines. It's been flawless, seamless, and the facilities and the way it's been absolutely. It's been a very nice tour for us.
What is the kind of total you want to set on this pitch?
I think the power total out here is 150-55. I think we'll stick to the basics, get some power score, and then do something in the bowling.
Any changes to your team from your previous game?
Yeah, Saqib is injured, so we have Sazi coming in, and then Sachin got injured, so we have Vivek coming in. So a couple of changes, and it's been an amazing tournament again.
Good luck. Go well, go hard.
Thank you.
Chaminda, you lost the toss. What would you have done had you won it?
I would have batted as well. However, I mean, it's good to get the opposition to bat and then for us to chase it. I mean, that'll be good for us as well.
You already qualified for the final, so this is a dress rehearsal. What are the aspects that you're definitely looking from your team in this game?
Absolutely bowling. I think that's a part that we need to improve on. Batting was clicking okay. However, I think we need to improve on our bowling.
What is the kind of score you want to restrict the opposition to?
Maybe 120, 125 should be a good score.
Okay, go well, go hard, and have the dress rehearsal for the final.
Thank you. Thank you.
So the news from the center is that United have won the toss and they have decided to bat first. Well, the toss was won by United Airlines and they have decided to bat first. Let's go through the batting lineups of the teams. United Airlines captained by Anuj Jain, Anand, Satmeet, Bishnoi, Jatin, Mohit Chandra, Udit Munjal, Vivek Chuk, Aman Tiwari, Shivam Tyagi and Lakshya Sharma and Sanzi Ansari. Sri Lankan Airlines captained by Chaminda De Souza, Asita Aranda, Dasis Isantamal, Dhananjay Vaspiraskera, Nalaka De Souza, Sanjay Vetimini, Shairendra D. Alves, Chandula Hashan, Dulan Gunawardana, Janaka Damika Kumara Ratna, Pushkara Jayasekara and Rovin Jayasuriya. So both these teams are pretty much packed with good players. Remember, Sri Lankan Airlines have already qualified for the final, which is going to be held tomorrow. So this is a good dress rehearsal for them to make sure the areas that they want to ensure that any hiccups that are there can be easily modified today. They've taken the field. They look a very good side. United, on the other hand, are playing for pride and they've enjoyed the tournament. The captain has been very gracious in saying that he's had a wonderful tournament and he looks to end on a good note. And as far as Chaminda is concerned, when I was talking to him at the toss, he told me that he wants to ensure that the bowling improves. That's the area that they want to focus on. The batting is good. So they will have time to ensure that they get their act together as far as their bowling is concerned. So lots to play for in this second match of the doubleheader. Of course, the morning game saw Singapore Airlines beating Cathay Pacific by 33 runs. Good game. The afternoon also looks pretty good. Light breeze blowing across the ground. Conditions are very, very good for cricket. And let's see what Sri Lankan Airlines have to dish out. They want to keep the opposition down to about 120, 130. But in the last game, we saw Singapore Airlines scoring 178, and the opposition were about 30 short. So they made close to 150 plus. So the two openers of United are ready in the center. The bowler is also on his mark. That's going to be Jatin, who is going to face the first delivery of new start of the new game. And the umpires are ready. We are all in readiness to play the second game. So Jatin and Satmeet are the two openers for United, and Pushkara is the bowler as far as Sri Lankan is concerned. And we are all in readiness. And here we go with the first delivery of the second game. Some adjustments to the scoreboard before we start. The umpires are making sure that all players are in the right positions. And here we go with the first ball. Nicely clipped off his legs into the gap. And this is running away, but there is a fielder on the square leg boundary cutting it off. And the batsmen open their account with 2 runs. So the first runs on the board for United Airlines, 2 for no loss, with Jatin opening his account, clipping off a beautiful shot of his pads into the vacant square leg region. Good swinging delivery, but on the pads once again, same kind of shot, but this time it will just yield a single because the power wasn't there. 1 more to the total, 3 for no loss. All the balls are angling in on the leg side. There is swing for Pushkara, but it's all coming in nicely to the bat. And singles are up for the taking. 1 more to the total now. 4 then for no loss. In the first over, United Airlines winning the toss and deciding to bat first. And as I said, for Sri Lankan, it's a dress rehearsal to the final. This one is down the leg side. So the first extras of the match, we saw quite a few of them even in the first game. And the extras contributed quite a bit for Cathay. They bowled close to 40 extras. So that's something that the teams will have to take notice of and ensure that they don't give too many in the match. We've already got the first one in the very first over. Once again played nicely and stopped brilliantly in the circle. Good fielding all round by the Sri Lankan player. Asita it is. Very, very nice fielding. And at the end, no run. Oh, they did take a single. I'm sorry, they did take a single of that. 6 for no loss. That's straight down the ground for the first boundary of the United innings. And it's Jatin who gets that one. See that? Straight down the ground. No chance for the fielder in the circle. And the first boundary of the United innings. End of the first over. It's 12 for no loss. Welcome back. So an expensive first over from Pushkara. 12 runs coming off it. And Jatin is on 8 now. And Satmeet is on 1. And let's see who's going to open the bowling from the other end. Good first over for United. 12 runs coming off it. Oh, this is pulled nicely, and this is running away to the boundary. Wide outside the off stump, and just cut away in descent for 4. So Janaka over the point fielder, no chance, and it's gone for a boundary. So good start by United. They are started on the positive front, even though they're playing for pride. Here's Janaka with the second delivery of the second over. I think he slipped a little bit. This is once again, this time cut, but the point fielder in the circle has cut that off. Ensured that the ball doesn't elude him. One more to the total, 17 now. So both these batsmen looking positive, trying to play their strokes, not getting bogged down by the bowling, especially with the field restrictions in the first 6 overs. This one is pulled in front of square, but there is a fielder. And no run results, dot delivery. So the score remains on 17 for no loss. Once again, played beautifully off his legs, through square leg, into the fence for 4. Lovely shot, whipping it through mid-on. And another boundary. So this has been a good start by United Airlines. They have been very positive in their shot making. And that boundary has resulted in their score moving to 21 now. With Jatin, 12 of 6. Satmeet 6 of 4. For both these batsmen have made their intentions very clear from the first over. Once again, guiding it nicely through the covers. Sorry, to third man. In fact, just opening the face of the bat. And there is a man patrolling that third man boundary. One more to the total, 22 now. One delivery left in the second over. This is a very, very good start by United Airlines. Straight to point. The fielder picks up, no run. And that's the end of the second over. And after 2 overs, United Airlines are 22 for no loss. Pushkara coming back to bowl his second over. His first over went for 11. And 11 runs and over is what United have started, which is very, very good. Here's the first delivery. Oh, he's bowled him inside edge. And Jatin trying to power that. Gets the bottom edge of the bat, ricochets onto the stump, and that's the first wicket for United Airlines. Jatin, who was looking pretty good, gets the inside edge, and he's walking back to the pavilion. So, Sri Lankan Airlines strike early, 22 for 1, with Jatin back in the hut. Shivam is the new man walking in at the fall of Jatin's wicket, who was bowled by Pushkara. 22 for 1. Satmeet, on the other hand, is the opening batsman, not out on 6. Early days in this match, but United started well, but Sri Lankan Airlines have put a break with getting that early wicket. Let's see how this pans out. Shivam taking strike now to Pushkara, who starts off his second over with a wicket off the very first ball. Here's he bowling to Shivam, the new man in. Once again, right on the money. It was a good delivery right in the block hole. Dug out by Shivam for a dot delivery. 22 for 1 now. We are in over number 3. This time bowling it away from the batsman's arc. Shivam was trying to reach for it to try and tap it towards third man, because the fielder is in the circle, but he does not get any bat to ball, and it ends up with another dot delivery. So good start to the over by Pushkara. The first 3 deliveries have yielded no runs and has achieved a wicket also. Here's the next one, trying to slap that hard, straight in front of square. No runs whatsoever. The fielder inside the circle is quite sharp. Very good comeback over from Pushkara after being hit for 11 in his first over. This time gets the toe end of the bat. Scampers back for a single. That could have been a wide had he not touched that. 23 now for 1. Shivam opens his account and brings Satmeet, who is on 6, back on strike. This time it's played nicely through square leg into the fence for 4. Lovely timing from Satmeet. Opens the face of the bat and guides it nicely into the vacant area for a boundary. So that's the end of the third over, and United Airlines are 27 for 1. Welcome back. 27 for 1. Janaka to start his second over. His first over went for 10. Satmeet got a boundary in the last one. And here he is to Shivam. Once again down the leg side. Extras coming into play. One more to the total. 28 for 1. This has been a very big problem area for most of the teams. Quite a few extras, especially wides down the leg side. With the breeze blowing, it's a little difficult to negate the swing. Once again, trying to heave that down the leg side. And the batsmen scamper for a single. One more to the total. Shivam moves on to 2. It's 29 for 1. In over number 4, Janaka is bowling his second over. None for 12 so far. That's nicely opened the face of the bat to point. But the fielder tidies up very nicely in the circle. And good fielding, very, very good fielding. He played it through the covers, but the fielder coming around beautifully and diving to ensure that the single was not taken. So good fielding by the Sri Lankan team. Every run saved is a run earned, and this really lifts the spirit of the bowler, especially when you feel like this. Here's the next delivery. Oh, this has just flown through his hands, and this has gone into the fence for 4. This is not the kind of fielding you expect a team going into a final. It was straight in the hands, and it has just moved between those palms. Did the sun come into his eyes? It's left to be seen, but that's gone begging now. Once again, nicely played, but the point fielder is there. .33 for 1. One more ball to go in the 4th. Current run rate of 8.61, which is pretty good to start with, having lost just 1 wicket. That will be a leg by. It hit him on the pad, but they scampered for a run. That's the end of the 4th over. So after 4 overs, with the loss of that 1 wicket, United Airlines are 34 for 1. .34 then. Having won the toss and deciding to bat, United Airlines. Satmeet has started on the front foot, 14 of 11. Shivam is on 2. Janaka to bowl his... Pushkara, in fact, to bowl his second over. He's got 1 for 16. In fact, the 3rd. Once again, this is in the air, but falling short of the fielder. A shy at the stumps. No run. Good cricket all round. is in the air, but it's safe. And it's running down to the fence. There are two fielders converging. And they managed to keep it in. Two more to the total, 36 for 1. Satmeet has been the aggressor so far for the United Airlines team. 16 of 13. This is beautifully hit. Once again into the vacant area. Playing it nicely over covers and using the field restrictions. Considering only 2 men are allowed outside the 30-yard circle in the first 6 overs, United are making sure that they get as many runs as possible in the power play. Here's the next delivery from Pushkara. Once again, beautiful drive. This is racing away to the boundary. No chance for the captain to make that. And that's another boundary. So Satmeet really putting the foot on the accelerator now. 22 of 15. Lovely cover drive. Body weight on top of the shot. And the ball is racing away through this lovely grass banks into the fence for 4. So 42 for 1. This has been a good over so far for United. 8 runs coming off it so far. Still 2 more balls to go. Once again, this is in the air and taken nicely. So Dulan takes the catch. Satmeet's short stint at the crease is over. And he walks back to the pavilion with his team at 42 now. Trying to pull this run. Gets the top part of the bat. And the ball balloons in the air for Dulan to take a simple catch. And United Airlines lose their second wicket with 42 runs on the board. Welcome back. 42 for 2 then. Anant is the new batsman walking in on the fall of Satmeet's wicket. Shivam is there with him to give him company on 2. 42 for 2. The aggressor being Satmeet, who's out now. Pushkara gets his second wicket. One more delivery in the 5th over remaining. And Anant will be facing that. Nicely played. Got underneath the ball and ends with a dot delivery. So end of the 5 overs. United Airlines 42 for 2. 42 for 2 then. Janaka coming back into the attack. None for 16 so far. The batsman scampering through for a single. Leg by scored. One more to the total, 43. It's not been that bad a power play. They've lost 2 wickets though. But they still have one over to go. This is the last over of the power play. So let's see how many more they can make. At least if they can get 48, that'll be a good power play with 8 runs and over. Once again, on the money. Just quick tap and run. Good call by the non-striker. Crossing over quickly for a single. It's important that you keep the scoreboard running, even though when you don't get boundaries. 44 for 2, so in the 6th over, the last of the power play. Oh, this has hit the bottom of the bat and it's trickling to the boundary and it crosses the boundary. So 4 lucky runs for Shivam, getting the under edge of the bat and no fielder behind the wicketkeeper, and that ball wins the race to go to the boundary. So a lucky boundary for United Airlines. Doesn't matter how they come, so long as they come. 48 for 2 now. We still have 3 balls in the power play. Janaka now none for 21. Oh, there is another hamstring issue at the boundary line on the 3rd man boundary. And yeah, I think we will have a substitute fielder and we do that. Here's Janaka. This is pulled nicely. This is into the gap. This will run away to the boundary in front of mid-wicket, and it's gone for 4 runs. So good shot by Shivam. Pulled nicely into the gap. No fielder there. And so far this has been a good over as far as United are concerned. Already 10 runs coming of it. 52 now with 2 more balls to go. So the power play is ending nicely as far as United is concerned. Once again trying to heave that. Gets nowhere near the pitch of the ball. And the wicketkeeper collects for a dot delivery. So good comeback after being hit for 2 boundaries in a row. Last ball of the power play coming up. Oh, this is in the air, outside edge, and another wicket falls. So Shivam is walking back, caught by the wicketkeeper off the bowling of Janaka. And at the stroke of power play, 6 overs gone. It's 52 now for 3. Mohit is the new batsman walking in. 52 for 3 now. Run rate at 8.67. So the power play is done. Now the field can spread out. And Dasis is the new bowler now. The projected score so far is around 173, which is not bad. Could be a winning score if they can reach to that, provided they don't lose wickets. The problem at the moment for United is that as soon as a partnership starts stringing, they lose a wicket. They're losing it at regular intervals. 3 down already for 52. Thus is the spinner is coming on. Anant will be facing him. Both batsmen are new to the crease now, so they have to start the work all over again to string a good partnership. Pitched up nicely. Slight turn for Dasis. Coming into the wind. And the first ball is played very nicely and cautiously by Anant. Here's the next delivery. Once again, just tapped straight back to the bowler. Good flighted deliveries right on the stump from Dasis. Once again, straight to the fielder. It's a good start by Dasis. Trying to make room and play on the back foot. They're thinking of a run. It will be a suicidal one. 4 dot balls. Something is bound to happen now. That lovely push. Pull now in front of square. They want to go for back for the second, and they do that quite comfortably. So 2 more to the total. 54 now for 3. Once again, trying to rock back on the back foot. Plays it through the covers. And gets a single. End of the 7th over. 55 for 3. Just 3 came off that. Welcome back. 55 for 3. Dhananjaya will start a fresh over. Anant is on 4. Mohit has yet to open his account. Current run rate 7.86. So it's dropped quite a bit, considering the first 2 overs yielded 11 runs and over. And Sri Lankans have put the brakes on United at the moment. Picking this up nicely in front of square. This is racing away to the fence, and it goes for 4 runs. Lovely shot, pick-up shot. It was slightly on the leg side. He made room and swatted it over the square leg umpire into the fence for 4. So good start to the over. 59 now for 3. Anand getting a move on. Flighting the delivery nicely, played into the gap for a single. This time drifting outside the line, and it goes for a wide. One more to the total, 61 now. Dhananjay wanting to quickly go through his overs. Nicely bowled. Good turn into the batsman. Watching it very carefully, Mohit. And hits it back to Dhananjay, who in his follow-through picks up no run. 61 for 3. Once again, tossing it up, inviting him for the drive. He's watchful, allows it go to the keeper's hands. Another dot ball. Nicely pushed into the gap for another single. 62 now for 3 in the 8th over. Once again trying to cut straight to point. Fielder picks up end of the over. After 8 overs, United Airlines are 62 for 3. Thus is bowling his second over. Oh, that's a good call. Did he snick it? No, he didn't. Thus is bowling really well. His first over only went for 3 runs. And he's flighting the delivery, inviting the drive. And he had beaten the batsman. All ends up in the last delivery. Here he is to Mohit. Very tight bowling by Sri Lankan Airlines, not allowing any room whatsoever for United to free their arms. Once again, a flighted delivery. Driven straight to the fielder. Going through his overs very quickly, thus is. This one stayed really low. And there is a fielder coming around. Just single. 63 for 3 now. Current run rate of 7.27. Oh, this was close. He had a nick to it, and it ricochets off the wicketkeeper's gloves. Had that been taken, he was a goner. Still 63 for 3. Another very good over from Dasis. This time it's slap back point. It's racing away to the boundary, but it doesn't have the legs to go all the way. And the batsmen cross over for 3 runs. So that's the end of the 9th over. So after 9 overs, United Airlines are 66 for 3.
Push
66 for 3 after 9 overs. Dhananjaya coming back into the attack is none for 7 so far. And Anant on 12, Mohit on 2. Nothing much happening in the center as far as the boundaries are concerned. Runs trickling in 1s and 2s. Here's Dhananjaya. Once again, played off his legs, but straight to the fielder. And just a single results. So Sri Lankan Airlines are keeping things very tight at the moment, not giving away any boundaries whatsoever. And the score is just trickling along with singles. 67 now for 3 in the 10th over. We're almost there at the halfway mark. Once again trying to flick that from outside off. Another dot delivery. So both the spinners are keeping a check on the scoring. Flighting the ball, trying to give it some air. Oh, this one. The batsman had no clue, and the wicketkeeper also was clueless where the ball went. In the end, they scamper back for a single. One more to the total. 68 now for 3. Very lucky that that ball didn't ricochet back to the stumps. This time just plays it round the corner to square leg. For a single, one more to the total. 69 now. For 3. Once again trying to cut that ball. Missing the line completely. The wicketkeeper collects and another dot delivery. Oh, there's a misfield over there. The ball is running away. The batsmen have come back for 3 runs. So this is good running. And that's the end of the 10th over. So at the halfway mark, United Airlines, with a loss of 3 wickets, are 72 for 3 with Anant on 14 and Mohit on 6. So welcome back after the drinks break. At the halfway stage, United Airlines winning the toss and batting first, a 72 for 3. Mohit and Anand trying to string a partnership. Sanjay is the new bowler after the drinks break. But it's been a quiet 10 overs, I would say. 7 runs and over. It's not bad, but not good either. And Sri Lankan Airlines will be happy that they've not allowed this game to slip. Uh, but yes, now one of these batsmen will, especially Anand, will have to try and get some boundaries to try and up the ante now. Here's Sanjay, slow right arm, ample room, trying to cut that, misses it completely, wicketkeeper collects, and the first ball is a dot ball. Once again, flighted, it gets to the outside of the bat, there is a short third man, and he tidies up, but the batsmen cross over for a single. One more to the total now, 73 for 3. Seven runs and over currently will get them to 140, but they'll need a little more than that. Once again, trying to open that, and it's running through the square leg region. There is a fielder at the boundary, and the batsmen cross over for 2 runs. So 2 more to the total now, 75 for 3. He opened that face of the bat nicely and guided it through square leg. Once again, opening the face of the bat. Good footballing skills. Good throw and good awareness from the non-striker to send his partner back, because otherwise that could have resulted in a run out. Good sharp fielding by the Sri Lankan so far. They're not giving away any freebies. 76 for 3. Oh, this one, did it get an edge? Was there an under edge? The bails have come off from the wicketkeeper, but no damage done. 76 for 3, last ball of the 11th over coming up. Once again, tossed up, inviting the drive. No hit, and that's the end of the 11th over. So after 11 overs, United Airlines winning the toss and deciding to bat are 76 for 3. .76 for 3 after 11 overs. Dhananjaya back into the attack. None for 13. He's bowled a good spell. This is flicked on the pads. And a quick single results. Once again, gets the under edge, and the fielder at short third man fields, but single is taken. This is cut. backward point, in fact. And Dulan does the fielding. Dhananjaya once again. This is over the head of the bowler, but down the ground, there is a protection at the deep. And this will just result in a single. One more to the total. 79 now. 80, in fact, for 3. 79 for 3. Once again trying to cut it, but the point fielder is inside the circle, so no damage done. Another dot ball. This is a good over from Dhananjaya. He's bowled a very tight line and length, not given away any room to the batsman. Just 3 of the overs so far with one more delivery to go. There it is, going for the big heave, missing it completely and disrupts the stumps. So that's the end. Right, tossing that ball up and going for a mighty heave. And the stumps are dislodged. So Dhananjaya gets his first wicket and United Airlines lose their 4th at the stroke of 12th over, 79 for 4. Mohit is the man walking back to the pavilion. And United Airlines are just looking a little in disarray now. 79 for 4 in 12 overs. Run rate of just 6.58. They really have to up the ante now with about just 8 overs to go. Anant is on 19 of 19 deliveries, a run a ball. And Bishnoi has joined him now. Sanjay, whose first over went for just 4 runs, is back into the attack. Sri Lanka has got a good grip now on this United innings. Not too many boundaries, wickets at regular intervals. And the innings is not going too far at the moment, unless something spectacular happens. And for that, we've got 8 overs more to go. Once again trying to cut it, misses it, and the wicketkeeper collects for a dot ball. Every dot ball will add the pressure to the batting team. 79 for 4 now. Once again tossing it up, and no connection with the bat. So another dot ball. Good start to the over by Sanjay. This time gets a bat to it, but the point fielder is pretty sharp, but he can't stop the single. One more to the total, 80 for 4 now. Straight down the ground to long on. There is a fielder there. Just the single. It's been quite a while since the last boundary. Runs are trickling in singles and twos, which won't bother the bowling side too much. 81 now for 4. This has come off the pad. We'll have to wait for the umpire's signal. Yes, it is a leg bye. So extras move on. One more to the total, 82 for 4 now. Bishnoi, the new man in. Good delivery right in the block hole. Trying to dig that out, misses the line completely. That's the end of the 13th over. Good over by Sanjay. And after 13 overs, United Airlines deciding to bat first are 82 for 4.
और देखा है क्या भी
82 for 4 then in 13 overs. Dhananjaya is back into the attack. Both Dhananjaya and Sanjay have bowled very well in tandem, not given away too many runs. Oh, I think Dhananjaya is being pulled back from the bowling. And we have going to have a new bowler coming in. Captain's discretion, of course. He knows who are best. Anant is on 20. Bishnoi is on 1. 7 overs to go now for the United innings. 82 for 4.
कैप्टन का बादशाह ने नो माइन 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 मतलब वहाँ में आड़े मैं वहाँ में बिल्कुल से दुआर ने नाम आड़े मिस करो वीर नाला
Here's Nalaka, the new bowler. Anand going to face him. Nicely played, but straight to the fielder again. Good throw, but they're coming back for overthrows because there's no one to back up there. These are basics in cricket. You must have a backup fielder, especially when there's tight throwing to the bowler's end. And that has resulted in an extra run for the batting team. 84 then for 4. Anant moves on to 22. Quick call for a single. They're looking for 2 but sent back by the non-striker. .85 now for 4. Once again, punched nicely off the back foot. There is a fielder there. They will not take his arm on for the second run. Just a single. 1 more to the total. 86 now. Oh, that's a wide. Yes, it is. That was way outside the off stump. The batsman had to reach out to it, but doesn't get a bat to the ball. Sorry, to the ball to the bat. And results in an extra run. 87 now for 4. Setting a target. Once again, down the leg side. Another wide. So extras are a problem for most of the teams. And that's what we are seeing now. 2 wides in a row. That's an under edge. There is a third man at the boundary line. He cuts that off. 1 more to the total. 89 now for 4. Inching towards the 100 mark. But they really need to now put a another single. 91 now for 4. This is played nicely, but straight to the fielder. Good fielding. It's the captain, Chaminda. I think he's got a bad one on the hand. He's tossing and turning there. He stopped that. Has he injured his finger? We'll find out. This was a full-blooded shot. And Chaminda, who was in the covers, stopped it with one hand. And that has stung him hard. So end of the 14th over, 90 for 4. So the start of the 15th over, Sanjay, none for 6. Bishnoi is the man facing. 6 overs to go now. Oh, he's missed a chance there. An opportunity has gone begging for the bowler. Nevertheless, another dot delivery. United Airlines really need to now put the pedal on the accelerator. They're not being able to score runs. No boundaries have come about in quite a while. And the scoreboard is not moving much. 90 for 4. Somebody really needs to use the long handle now. And Anant, who's on 24, really needs to take charge of the strike. Once again. Good fielding. And just a single. Singles won't harm Sri Lankan Airlines. They've really cut down the boundaries and not allowing any freebies to the opposition. Here's Sanjay. Anand facing. Once again trying to heave that. And just a single. One more to the total. 92 now for 4 in the 15th over. 5 overs to go after this. Once again stepping out and hitting. This will be going to the fence. No, there is a fielder there. And the batsmen scamper back for 2 runs. 94 for 4 now. Sanjay bowling a very good spell. None for 10. Straight down the bowler's lane. They're looking for 2, but there is no 2. And it'll settle down to a single. End of the 15th over. And United Airlines winning the toss, batting first, a 95 for 4. Nalaka to bowl the 16th over. He's got none for 8. And here's Bishnoi.
How is that, sir? How is that?
There is a call for a caught behind, but the umpire signaling that it went through the thigh pad. No damage done. No run scored. 95 for 4. Once again trying to hit that straight to the long on fielder. And one more to the total. So the singles are just coming. There are no boundaries whatsoever. This is some tight, good bowling. This time he's flayed it through the covers. This will run away to the fence. A lovely shot. Finally, there is a boundary scored after a very, very long time. Beautiful shot through the covers. There is a fielder there, but he was just a mere spectator as the ball raced away to the fence. 4 valuable runs for Anant. He moves on to 29, and the 100 finally comes on board for United Airlines in the 16th over. Once again now, heaving that, but this time straight to the fielder. And a single results. So good cricket from Bishnoi. Sorry, from Anant. 30 of 30. He's going at run a ball. Bishnoi also will have to start hitting now. Just 4 overs after this. to come for a second and sent back by his partner. I think Anant needs to keep most of the strike. Last ball of the 16th over coming up. They need to find some boundaries, find one good over to get the momentum going. That'll help with an extra. One more to the total, 103 now for 4. Eight runs in this over. Can they finish it off nicely? This is played off, but straight to the fielder. No damage done, just a single. End of the over. So after 16 overs, United Airlines 104 for 4. So 104 for 4 then. Sanjay coming back into the attack. None for 11. Anant is the man facing. Full toss. He spanked that.
Stay on the 30. There's no point in staying there.
Pulled it in onto mid-wicket fence, and there is a fielder there. And it's 106 for 4 now. Anant trying to up the ante. Just 3 overs left after this. He really has to use the long handle now. No choice. Once again. Oh, this is a beautiful delivery, but it's just struck him outside the line, I guess. Good call by the umpire. A dot delivery. Flighted one. There you see. He flights it to invite Anant for the drive. Anant misses it, hits the pad, but it's outside the line, and it results in a dot delivery. Here's the next one. Once again, same, but this time it is spanked over the head of the bowler. There is between bisecting the long on and long off into the fence for 4. So good shot from Anant, taking it on the full and hitting it between those boundary riders into the fence. Much needed boundary for United. They move on to 110 now for 4. Once again trying to make room and play it on the leg side, sorry, onside, but results in a single. One more to the total, 111 for 4 now. So far, 7 runs have come off this over, but the run rate is still just 6.5 runs, which is not that much. And they really need to get some big overs, the last 3 overs, try and get at least 30 runs. That's a nice shot. This time it's gone to the boundary. No, it's just stopped inside the line. So you can realize the urgency now being shown by these two. 113 now for 4. Last ball of the 17th over coming up. Anant is on 38. Bishnoi is on 11. Once again, a loopy shot. This is in the air. And this is placed nicely, but the fielder will cut it off. And the batsmen scamper back for 2 more runs. end of the 17th over. A good one so far, 9 coming of it, 115 for 4.
बॉलर रेडी हो जाना है जल्दी 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 गाइस कम ऑन आखिरी के 3 है आखिरी के 3 थोड़ा जल्दी पी लो जल्दी भाई कैबे कैबे दासिस और नाल हौदा दुलांगा दुला दुला यार ओवर है जल्दी कर
3 more overs to go. 115 for 4. Can they get to around 140? At least they'll have something to bowl at. 140. Currently projection score is at 135. So if they get a good over of around 10-12 runs, then they can look at around about 140 or so. Sanjay is back in the attack. Dulan, in fact, has come into the attack. Sanjay done for 22. Anant is on 38. Bishnoi is on 13.
कैबे अभी मिड आता ना दामो हां अतुल टेन राइट लेफ्ट अदुला
Once again, lovely timing. And this has gone into the fence for 4. Coming out and hitting the bowler. Brilliant shot. And Anant, there you see, stepping out and hitting him over cow corner into the fence for 4. Anant now really putting the pedal on the metal. 42 of 36 now. 119 for 4. Good start to the over. The first ball goes for a boundary. Once again, slapping that pass point. But the point fielder cuts it off for a single. One more to the total, 120 for 4. There's a sense of urgency now from United Airlines. They realize only 3 overs to go. They're coming back for the second. Good running. Good running by United. 122 now for 4. That's a lovely shot. And that's dropped. That is dropped. And I think he's fallen on his back. Stepping out and heaving it straight back over the bowler's head. There is a fielder there. It's a fairly simple catch, but I think the sun has gone into his eyes and he's had a bad fall. 125 for 4 now in the 18th over. Once again, straight down the ground. Oh! That has gone through for a boundary. So the pressure suddenly showing on SriLankan Airlines. 14 runs of this over. This is the kind of over they needed to get their scoreboard to a respectable total. 129 for 4 now. And Anant is really playing a cameo here. Once again, lovely shot. Just a single. There was a yes and no for the second run. But in the end, sensibility prevails and it's a single. End of the 18th over. United Airlines 130 for 4 with Anant leading the charge. That's straight down the ground by Anant. They're looking for two. The fielder at the long on boundary will cut it off. 2 runs more, and that's Anant's half century. So well played to Anant. 50 of 40 balls. And he's really taking on the bowling now. Once again, hitting it through the covers, but there is a fielder there. At the cover boundary, controlling that. So this has been a good counter punch from United Airlines now in the last 3 overs. This is in the air. Both these batsmen are now going hell for leather. Bishnoi on 20 now. 135 for 4. Trying to heave that. Misses it completely. A dot delivery. Bishnoi should start giving the strike as much as possible to Anant. He's the set man. He's got a half century. 8 balls left in the innings. Once again. This time it will just be the single. 136 for 4. So far 6 have come off this over. Can they get a boundary or a 6 in the last one? That's it. Heaved. But very good fielding. Very, very good fielding. And that's the end of the 19th over. So 1 more over to go. And United Airlines are at 136 for 4. Dasis will bowl the last over of the United innings. 136 for 4. Bishnoi is the man facing him. And they really need a good finish now in this last over. Once again in the air. Falls in no man's land. This is cut off by the bisecting fielder. And the batsmen have gone out for 2 runs. So 138 now for 4. They need a couple of boundaries to have a good finish. But they've done well to get to 140. And that's it. So Bishnoi trying to go for the heave, misses it. He's outside this popping crease and he's stumped by the wicketkeeper. There you see. And no chance for him to get back. The wicketkeeper is right at the stumps. And United Airlines lose their 5th wicket. A good hand by Bishnoi. Good partnership developed between him and Anant. And in the end, it is broken with just 4 balls left. 138 now for 5. Anuj is the new batsman in, but he's just played a dot ball. I think Anant needs to get the strike. 3 more balls left in this innings. Anuj just needs to take a single and give the strike to... they're running. A dot delivery has resulted in 2 runs, overthrows, and good awareness by Anuj to call Anant for the second run. 140. This is in the air. And this is taken by the wicketkeeper. So, against the run of play, because of the last over, trying to up the ante, United Airlines have lost 2 wickets in quick succession. Once again, trying to pick the bones out of this, Udit. In fact, Udit is the new batsman coming in. 140 for 6 now. One more delivery to go. And Anant, who I felt should have taken majority of the strike in the last over, is stranded at the non-striker's end. And the last ball of the United innings coming up, bowling by Dasis, who's had a wonderful spell. 2 wickets for 9 runs. Here's the last ball of the innings. 140 for 6. That's over the head of Dasis, but straight to the fielder. They are coming back for the second run, and they have made the second run. So in the end, United Airlines scamper to 142 for 6 after winning the toss and electing to bat. Here's the replay of that shot. Hit it straight back through the bowler and scampered back quickly for 2 runs. So Sri Lankan Airlines will need 143 in 20 overs for this chase. It's not a big target, but it's a tricky target. Sometimes these 130s and 140s, you never know what happens. So, but Sri Lankan will be happy that they have restricted the opposition to around 140, 142. Considering that the first game, the opening team made 179. We'll quickly go through the batting card for United Airlines. Just waiting for that on our screen. But it's been a mixed bag of an innings as far as United is concerned. They started well in the first 2 overs, but then wickets kept on falling at regular intervals, and Sri Lankan Airlines started to get a grip. Here's the batting card for United. Jatin made 13, Satmeet made 22. Good partnership to start with. Shivam Tyagi on 10. Anant was the pick of the batsman, 51 of 42 deliveries. Mohit Chandra 8, Bishnoi 23, Anuj Jain the captain without any score, and Udit Munjal on 2. So there were 13 extras, 142 for 6. Let's look at the bowling card for Sri Lankan Airlines. Pushkara Jayasekara, 3 overs for 24 runs with 2 wickets. Janaka got 3 overs for 1 wicket with 25 runs. Dasis, the pick of the bowlers, 3 overs, 11 for 2 wickets. Dhananjay also bowled well, 4 overs for 22 with 1 wicket. Sanjay Vetimani also bowled well, 4 overs, none for 22. Nalaka got 2 overs for 17, and Dulan bowled the single over for 15. So 13 extras, 142 for 6. We'll show the highlights. Let's go with the highlights now first. Nice shot started by both these openers. They got to 22 in the first 2 overs. Good shot making. Positive start. The first 2 overs yielded 11 runs and over. Off the back foot, front foot, and that's the first wicket once it fell. Then Sri Lanka got into the grip of the game. Misfield. Once again, some good shots, but few and far between. There you see, this was the catch taken. Once again, some lucky under edges also went to the boundary. This was pulled in front of square into the boundary. And that's the outside edge which got a wicket. The spinners were quite heavy. That's a good shot. Pulled in front of square for 4. This time trying to heave, gets the bottom edge and is bowled. So good bowling by the spinners to restrict United to under 150. They will feel that the job is done, but now their batsmen will have to come forward and have the task of getting these runs on board. In the end, Anant showed some resistance with the bat and he brought up his half century. So good batting by Anant, which has helped his team to at least get to a respectable 142. So when Sri Lanka come out, they will need 143 in their 20 overs. We'll take a break, and when we come back, we'll have the chase. Welcome back to the World Airline Cricket Tournament here at the Sevens. We are in pursuit of a good chase now. The game between United Airlines and Sri Lankan Airlines. United Airlines winning the toss, batting first, 142 for 6. Let's look at their batting card. Jatin made 13, Satmeet made 22. Good start by both of them. Shivam Tyagi 10, but Anant was the pick of the batsman, scoring a half century of 42 balls with 5 boundaries. Mohit Chandra made 8. Bishnoi gave him company on 23. Anuj Jain on 0. And Udit Munjal remained not out with Anant on 2. So 13 extras, 142 for 6. As far as the bowling card is concerned for Sri Lankan Airlines, it was Pushkara with 2 wickets of 24 runs in his 3 overs. Janaka also had 25 runs in his 3 overs of 1 wicket. Dasis was the pick of the bowlers, 3 overs, 2 wickets for 11 runs. Dhananjaya, 4 overs for 22 with a wicket. Sanjay, Nalaka and Dulan also contributed, but they were wicketless. So 142 is what United Airlines scored, and Sri Lankan Airlines, when they come out, will need 143 in their allotted 20 overs. We are in for a cracker of a chase. Stay tuned, and we will come back and have live action. But yes, this has been a good performance so far by United Airlines. They managed to get 142. They were struggling in the middle, but in the end, Anant with that half century got the score to respectability. And let's see now what Sri Lankan Airlines have in the bag to chase this one down. Remember, they've already qualified for tomorrow's final, so they will need to just ensure that they tick all the boxes before they meet Emirates Airlines, who are also in the final. That final will come to you tomorrow live from 9 o'clock local time. It's a lovely Sunday. We'll have a big crowd in for that final, and I'm sure we'll have your company when we are going live for that. But right now, all eyes are on Sri Lankan Airlines. The umpires are slowly walking to the middle, and the fielding team is getting their team together. The batting side has also got their 2 openers here. The umpires walking out now. It's not a very big chase, 143, but it can be tricky if you lose early wickets. And the 2 umpires walking out to the center. And the Sri Lankan batsmen are getting ready also. We'll see the 2 openers very soon walking out. The fielding team is also ready to get onto the field. They will need early wickets. If they can get some early wickets, this could be a very tricky chase. On the other hand, Sri Lankan Airlines will want to have a good power play to set the tone to ensure that this target will be achieved. 143 in 20 overs for Sri Lankan. Both the openers are walking to the center now. And so are the team members of United Airlines getting into a small huddle now before they get into the playing field, just to motivate their players. It's a very nice afternoon, not too much heat, slight breeze blowing across the ground, and perfect conditions for cricket. On the other side, Fly Dubai and Air Arabia are playing, and Fly Dubai are also chasing 143. Coincidence, same score line on both the pitches. We'll quickly get the openers for you very soon as they appear on the screen. Chaminda, I think the captain, is walked out as an opener, leading from the front. Always good when your captain leads from the front. It sets a very good example to the fellow team members. And I think he is going to take strike. United team getting their positions correct. It's the power play. Only 2 fielders are allowed outside the 30-yard circle. And with what I can see, long on, long off are inside the circle. So is mid-wicket. Square leg is also inside the circle. So I think the boundary riders are going to be the one on square leg and third man, if I'm not mistaken. So Chaminda and Asita are the 2 openers for the Sri Lankan Airlines team. Anuj, the captain of United Airlines, is going to open the proceedings. So one captain bowling to the other. And we are all in readiness for the chase. Here we go with the first delivery. Here's Anuj to Chaminda. Once again on the leg side, but lucky. Yes, it is a wide, even though it hit the pad. So the first very ball, extras have graced the occasion, and the first runs are on the board. This one kept low, and last minute just dug out by Chaminda. Good delivery by Anuj, right on the stumps. Once again, a wide delivery. Yes, it is. Way down the leg side. Unlucky that Chaminda did not get a bat to it. That would have gone to the boundary. This one punched off the back foot into the covers. There is a good fast throw, and there is a good... Oh, the backup has also missed the throw, and unnecessary run given. Extra, in fact. Now they are on 4 for no loss. So these small things are very important as far as the fielding is concerned. You do have a backup player, but he must be able to stop the ball. This time playing from inside his crease and just pushing it across to the covers. Fielded done. No run scored. 4 for no loss. This time there is width. And he has caught a delivery which was meant to go for a boundary, has gone to the hands of Lakshya. And United Airlines have drawn first blood very early. And the captain, Chaminda, is walking back to the pavilion. And Sri Lanka Airlines have lost their first wicket very early. And this will be a good morale booster for the bowling side. 4 for no loss. Sorry, 4 for 1. Dasis is walked in on the fall of the captain's wicket. Dasis has been the pick of the bowlers. Let's see if he can get a good round with the bat. He's got 2 for 11 in his 4 overs. And he's joined Asita now, who's yet to open his account. And Anuj, the captain of United Airlines, getting the early breakthrough. You know, when you don't have a very big score, you need early wickets. And this is just what the doctor ordered as far as United are concerned. Just opening the face of the bat, but there is a short third man. Quick call by the non-striker for a run, and they complete that. 5 runs now for the loss of 1 wicket, that early wicket of the captain, Chaminda, who was caught off the bowling of Anuj. Once again whipped off his pads, but he'll just get a single. And Asita opens his account. Both Asita and Dasis are on one. End of the first over. A good one for United. Sri Lanka 6 for 1. Six for 1 then. Lakshya is the bowler to start proceedings of the second over. Asita will be the man facing. Current run rate of 6. Required run rate is at 7.21. Well under control. But a couple of wickets can change the complexion of this game. Once again, right on the pads, but stuck outside the line. There is an appeal. They're asking for a run out also, but the batsman had made his ground. So lots happening there in the center at the moment. An LBW appeal, a run out in the same delivery. United Airlines are looking sharp in the field. Seven for 1 then. Here's Lakshya. This one is way outside the off stump. Another wide, so extras once again coming into play. Sri Lankan Airlines won't mind that. 8 for 1 now in the second over. No boundaries as yet. Once again trying to step out, but the bowler saw him. Shy at the stumps of no way in. The batsman had crossed. One more to the total, 9 now. It's been a bit of a quiet start for Sri Lankan Airlines, considering that they lost their captain early. They'll have to build their innings now. Still a long way to go. Flicked off the pads into the vacant region. This will be the first boundary of the Sri Lankan innings. Yes, it is. And this one off the hips. There you see, it's down the leg side, just tickled away to fine leg and gets the boundary. So with that boundary, Asita moves on to 5 and Sri Lanka are now 13 for 1 in the second over. This one is hit nicely, and that's hit in front of square. In fact, pulled in front for a boundary. So Asita, 2 back-to-back boundaries for him. He's moved on nicely to 13, and the score is now 17 for 1 in the second over. The wicketkeeper coming right up to the stumps.
चल चल चल
So the batsman
लक्ष्य
will have to be careful that he doesn't step out too much, because if he misses, then he is gone. Here's Lakshya. Once again, this is in the air and cleared nicely. So another bound, 6 in fact, beautifully picked. He's picked the bones out of that. Hit it over,
चलो 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 सही है सही है सही है सही है लक्ष्य
covers into the fence for 4. So for 6, sorry. Over the fence, in fact. So good over for this, for Sri Lankan Airlines. And the last 3 balls have yielded
चल लक्ष्य बहुत अच्छे भाई
14 runs. So Asita is really pounding the bowling currently.
चलो
And he's erasing any hopes of a United comeback after that early wicket. Here's Lakshya. Again down the leg side. They're looking for a second, but there is no second. And that will be the end of the... No, we still have one more delivery left in the second over. 25 for 1.
चल बहुत अच्छे लक्ष्य
19 runs have come off this over so far,
ऊपर ऊपर
with
ऊपर
one more delivery to go.
ऊपर चला जा लक्ष्य बहुत अच्छे भाई
18 in fact. Once again, this is in the air. And there it is. And another wicket falls. So Sri Lankan trying to up the ante in the power play, have lost their second wicket, and after 2 overs, it's 25 for 2.
अरे
25 for 2 then in 2 overs. Sri Lankan Airlines. Anuj, the captain, coming back to bowl his second over. He's got figures of 1 for 6. They've lost 2 wickets, but their run rate is at 12.5. So they need another 118 runs in the remaining 108 balls. Asita, who's really hit the ball all parts of the ground, he's on 15 of 5 with 1-4 and sorry, 2 4s and 1 6. Here he is facing Anuj once again, just tapping it to the side and quickly coming back for the second. Good running between these two. Good call from Asita to go for the second run. He wants to take as much of strike as possible. 17 now of 6. He's going at almost 300 runs and over as strike rate. Thanks to those lovely shots he hit in the last over. Once again, misfield by the square leg fielder, and they've gone for a single. You can't afford these misfields, especially when you don't have a big total on hand. You have to ensure that you keep chipping away. 28 now for 2. Shavindra is the new batsman in. He's yet to open his account. Asita, on the other hand, is going along nicely on 18 of 7. Once again, down the leg side. Wide called. One more to the total. 29 now for 2. Punched off the back foot straight down the ground. The bowler is trying to retrieve that. He doesn't, but at the end of the day, there is no damage done because it's a dot delivery. 29 for 2 now. We are in over number 3. Once again, outside, way outside the line. And 30 now for 2. This one is on the stumps. Good delivery. Played back to the bowler. Shavindra had to put the dive, considering that he had hit it straight to the fielder and he was not very far, not collected properly. Had that throw been straight, Shavindra would have been a goner. Asita is back on strike for the last ball of the third over. 31 now for 2. This time again a wide. So quite a few extras coming in this over. Anuj has gone now for 13 in his second over, 1 for 13. A good dot delivery, enticing him to drive. That's the end of the third over, and after 3 overs, Sri Lankan Airlines chasing 143 are 32 for 2. 32 for 2 then. Sazi is the new bowler for United. Shavindra will take strike. Asita still on 18 of 8. Here's Sazi. Once again, straight down the ground. But the shot doesn't have too much power. And they go across for a single. One more to the total. 33 now for 2.
Excellent, Sazi. Excellent, Sazi. Bocha, Sazu. Ini tiara ke?
This one is whipped on nicely. There is a fielder in the circle. And he will cut it off. One more to the total. 33 for 2 then. This has been a good start by Sazi. He's just given away 1 run in the 3 balls. And that has brought Asita back on strike, who will definitely go after the bowling. He's 18 of 8. So his strike rate is over 200 runs and over. He's batting a little out of his crease. That's played nicely, but straight to the fielder. There's no chance of a run because that fielder is right in the circle. So another dot delivery. So United Airlines are pegging things back after 2 big overs. Though the run rate required is only 6.73. And they are going at 9 runs and over. So it's very much in favor of the batting side. But you never know. Couple of wickets can change the complexion of the game. Asita is trying to look aggressive, trying to hit shots and make use of the power play. They've lost 2 wickets, including the captain Chaminda early. Here's Sazi. Once again, taking it on the legs, whipping it nicely. There is a fielder there who cuts it around cow corner. And 2 more to the total, 35 now for 3. Well, that's a good delivery. Beaten all ends up. The wicketkeeper did not collect. And they scamper through for another run. That's the end of the 4th over. So after 4 overs, chasing 143, Sri Lankan Airlines are 36 for 2 with Asita and Shavindra on the crease. Welcome back. 36 for 2 in pursuit of 143. 9 runs and over currently. Here's Asita and Anuj. 1 for 13 coming back into the attack again. Very lucky that that didn't go for a wide. Just on the line. Trying to keep it away from Asita's hitting arc. Getting the under edge of the bat. Good bowling. Right in the block hole, away from the batsman. So he has to manufacture the run if he wants. This is a long hop. This is in the air. But evades the fielder. That was a short delivery. Asita tried to pump that out, but just got a top edge. And no damage done. One more to the total. 37 now for 2. Boundaries have not come for quite a while after the second over. Whipped off his legs, but no chance. Trying to cut that. There is a third man, short third man over there. Just a single, one more to the total. The run rate after 2 overs was at 12. Now it's dropped to 7.86. So United Airlines have been pulling things back nicely with some good bowling. And 38 for 2 now. Just one more ball to end the 5th over. Oh, well bowled, very well bowled by the captain. End of the over, 5 overs gone. 38 for 2, Sri Lankan Airlines. Asita on 22, Shavindra on 3.
चलो बहुत अच्छा सेजू बहुत अच्छा सेजू पीछे रखने हैं पीछे लक्ष्य थोड़ा सा इधर आ जा भाई
Welcome back, 38 for 2. Sazi to continue. Man facing him, Shavindra. 105 runs in 90 balls. Very much gettable with 8 wickets in hand. Nicely played. Through the covers, but straight to the fielder.
excellent excellent excellent
It's good tight bowling by United. They're not giving away any easy runs.
उदित जतिन
And they really pulled things back very nicely. The run rate has come down drastically now, 7.35. Almost matching the required run rate of 7.08. Once again, this is in the air. And this is safe as houses.
excellent
It didn't have the legs to reach the boundary, but the batsmen have crossed over for
मोहित भाई ऊपर राइट ही है लेकिन बुला रहा ऊपर
3 runs, if I'm not
नहीं,
mistaken.
यहाँ पे सिंगल ले लेगा ये 1 रन से आराम से
40 for 2 now.
चलो बहुत अच्छा बहुत अच्छा बहुत अच्छा भाइयों
Nicely played. Lovely cover drive. There is a fielder there.
लेफ्टी आ गया बहुत
Quick
अच्छे जतिन,
release.
बहुत अच्छे जतिन
And the batsmen go for
बहुत अच्छे जतिन
a single only.
बहुत बढ़िया भाई बहुत बढ़िया भाई बहुत बढ़िया भाई
41 now for 2. Last over of the power play. United will be quite happy They've restricted the runs, even though they'll be happy if they can get one or two more wickets to put the pressure on Sri Lankan Airlines. They are playing for pride. Sri Lankan are playing as a dress rehearsal for the final tomorrow. Just open the face of the bat. Oh, there's a misfield at third man. The short third man fielder. .42 for 2 now. .101 needed in 86 balls.
उदित ले आओ बीच में भैया वरना बाहर जा रहा होता है गेंद आपका एक मिस होता है वरना
Here's Sazi. Played straight down the ground. There is a fielder inside the circle, but they will quickly get the single. One more to the total. 44 now.
चलो 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 बॉयज लेफ्ट ए लेफ्ट ए लेफ्ट ए चलो बहुत अच्छा सेजू
Last ball of the power play coming up. 43 for 2 now. Sri Lankan Airlines.
चलो बहुत अच्छा सेजू
Good bowling. Quick call by the striker. And they scamper back for one more run. That's the end of the power play. So Sri Lankan Airlines are 44 for 2 after 6 overs with Shavindra on 12, 7 and Asita on 24.
उदित हुआ रह गई
44 for 2 after the power play. Sazi comes back to bowl. In fact, it's Udit. Udit now as the new bowler. Shavindra will take strike. 99 required in 84 balls. Some very tight bowling by United Airlines, not allowing Sri Lankan to get away with boundaries. Let's see what approach Asita applies. Remember, the field is now spread out with long on and long off having boundary riders straight down the ground. And there is one deep extra cover on the fence. Very awkward delivery. Just jabbed it down.
Why इन्होंने हंसिया? Why इन्होंने?
44 for 2. It's good ball, angling across the batsman, and Asita was trying to open the face of the bat to run it down, but he missed it, and the wicketkeeper gathers for another dot ball. Once again angling across. I think it clipped off the thigh pad. 45 for 2. This is some good bowling by United, not giving any room to Sri Lankan Airlines to free their arms. This time, oh, there's a misfield. They'll come back for the second. 47 now. 3 runs so far in this first over from Udit, which is not bad. And now the required rate is higher than the current run rate. That's the end of the 7th over, and it's 48 for 2.
लड़कों यहीं से फंसते मैचेस, यहीं से फंसते मैचेस बॉय.
Welcome back. 48 for 2 then. 95 runs still needed in 78 balls. Sazi to continue, none for 10. Really, Sri Lankan Airlines have gone into a bit of a shell. No boundaries coming in. And United have put a good break on the scoring.
गैप देख के इसका डर है थोड़ा सा. चलो चल सेजो.
Once again down the leg side. There is a appeal for LBW, but it's outside the line. 49 for 2 now. The leg by.
लेग में बाहर चाहिए क्या? लेग बीसी बाहर. चलो बहुत अच्छे भाइयों.
Once again, this is hit in the air. And this is played beautifully. Straight down the ground, out of the ground for a maximum. So finally, Asita has connected one after quite a while. Straight as an arrow. and it just sailed over the long on boundary for a 6. So Asita moves on to 31, and Sri Lankan Airlines are getting a move on now to 55 in the 8th over.
चलो 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 एनर्जी से लड़को जतिन मोहित तैयार रह के थोड़ा जतिन मोहित तैयार रह के जतिन मोहित बिश्नोई तैयार रह के थोड़ा सब मिल सर बॉल है यार कट गया बाहर को
Good comeback delivery by Sazi after being hit straight over the head for a 6. He comes back with the dot delivery.
बहुत बढ़िया दोस्तों ये कट ध्यान से यार ये वाला कट ध्यान से चलो
One more to the total, 55. And that's a no ball. So a free hit. Shavindra is going to take the strike. $57 for 2 now.
एक एक्स्ट्रा अंदर है बिश्नोई थोड़ा इधर को यो चल सैजो
Trying to play that, and that's played nicely into the gap. That's racing away to the boundary for 4. So the no ball has yielded in a boundary. 4 more to the total, 61 now. He steps aside and plays that brilliantly. That's called innovation at its best. And he moves on to 14 now, Shavindra. 61 for 2, requiring another 82 of 74 balls. The asking rate has come down now 6.65. The current run rate is close to 8 runs and over. Sri Lankan Airlines picking up the pace now. United need a breakthrough.
चल बहुत अच्छा सैजो
This one played nicely into the gap. 1 more to the total. This is a good over so far for Sri Lankan. $14 runs have come off it so far with 1 more delivery to go. Just punched off the back foot. This is a chance. Oh, how did he miss the stumps? No one near the stumps. These are basics of cricket. You need someone guarding the stumps. You just need to throw to him. And the batsman would have been well short of his ground. And it was Asita. Sorry, it was Shavindra who would have been found wanting. 63 for 2 now after 8 overs.
Come on, we are behind, guys. We are behind.
63 for 2 now. Sazi, none for 24, continues. Shavindra is on 15. Asita is on 33 now. And Asita will be facing the bowling of Udit. None for 4. He bowled a good tight spell in the first over. And this is just on the leg side, helping it across. This is racing away to the fence, but won't have the legs to hit the boundary. And it stopped right there. Lucky that this didn't go to the boundary. $66 for 2. Shavindra and Asita both putting up a good partnership now. 77 needed in 71 balls. With 8 wickets in hand, it's very much tilted in favor of Sri Lankan Airlines. Udit, none for 7. 3 runs came off the first ball of the over.
क्या करूं वही हाथ में दिए वो उसके
70 for 3. Dulan is the new player who's walked in. 73 of 69 balls with 7 wickets in hand. You'll have to say that Sri Lankan Airlines are the favourites, but 1 over can change the complexion of the game. Udit 1 for 11. Let's see what happens.
बैट्समैन लेफ्टी दोनों लेफ्टी है देख के लेफ्टी अनुज भाई लेफ्टी दोनों लेफ्टी
Dulan is the new batsman in now, taking strike at the fall of Shavindra's wicket. 70 for 3 now. Here's Udit. Nicely bowled, watched very carefully by Dulan. It's a good comeback after being hit for 7 runs off the first 2 balls. Once again, just punched. Oh, he's missed that. It would have been a goner. Asita would have been out. Sorry, Dulan would have been out. Had that hit the stumps. He had all 3 stumps to aim at. There you see, just a gentle push. And Udit makes good ground, but he could not hit the stumps. And Dulan survives. Sri Lankan Airlines 71 for 3, 72 in 67 balls. I don't think it's the run to ball, it's basically the wickets that they need more wickets to try and stop the flow of runs. Oh, lovely delivery, beautifully angling in. And Asita was trying to guide that down to third man, but missed the line completely, and the wicketkeeper collects. End of the over, 9 overs gone. Sri Lankan Airlines chasing 143 are 71 for 3.
चल लक्ष्य बहुत अच्छे बॉयज
Lakshya starts the 10th over, 1 for 18 so far for him.
एक कमांडर
And Dulan is the man facing. He's just got in one. Asita is on 36 of 26.
टैप करके सिंगल के लिए देखेंगे चलो बॉयज
Here's Lakshya. Biffed off his legs. The fielder from fine.
चल त्यागी अमन देख के बॉयज त्यागी तू देख के बॉयज चल बॉय यार लक्ष्य
This is in the air. Beautiful shot by Asita. Another 6. Waiting for it and hoiks it over. .42 now of 27 deliveries. Asita 78 for 3. A runner ball now required, 65 of 64. And Sri Lankan Airlines are doing it in style now. Yes, they've lost 3 wickets, but they are in control of this chase. Once again on the pads, and it's walked off to the boundary for 4. So some poor bowling by Lakshya on the pads with the fine leg inside the circle. It's asking for trouble. He's moved on to 46 now of 28 balls. 82 for 3 now. 61 needed of 63 deliveries.
चलो लड़को जान से यार जान से भाई
trying to open the face of the bat, but that's a wide, way outside the off stump. Another single, sorry, another extra run taken. 83 for 3 now. Asita 4 short of his half century.
चल लक्ष्य रोक
Once again played into the gap.
लेफ्टी है
84 for 3 now.
चल लक्ष्य
2 more balls to go for the halfway mark. Once again down the leg side, another wide. So Lakshya giving away a lot of runs in this over. This has been a fruitful over for Sri Lankan Airlines. And they're very much on course to win this now. 58 of 62 deliveries. Once again trying to heave this, but misses the line completely. The wicketkeeper also does not gather it well. But nevertheless, a dot delivery, a rare dot delivery in this over.
बहुत अच्छे लक्ष्य
Watching that one very carefully. So that's the halfway mark. So after 10 overs, Sri Lankan Airlines are 85 for 3, requiring 58 in the next 10 overs with Asita on 47 and Dulan on 2.
Last over we are getting water. Finish. Everybody get the water. Nobody come inside. देखो आप 2 ओवर लेट चल रहे हो
I guess we're going to have one more over before the drinks interval. So 10 overs are completed. 85 for 3. So Sri Lankan Airlines placed very well at the halfway mark. Required run rate is only 5.8 now, under 6 runs and over. And with 7 wickets in hand, you will have to say that it's tilted in favor of the batting side. Udit to continue, 1 for 12. Asita is the man facing 47 of 25, 29 in fact. Flicked away off the pads into the vacant area. Fielder comes around. Just a single, one more to the total. 86 now for 3. Oh, that's a good delivery. Beaten all ends up. Right in the corridor. And collected well by the wicketkeeper. Dot delivery from Udit. Pitching in line, just shaping away a little bit, and beats the outside edge of Dulan. 86 for 3 now. We are in over number 11. Just 2 runs off this over, but Sri Lankan Airlines are well on course, 56 of 56. No need to panic. They just need to play the normal innings and they will cross the line. This victory will give them a lot of confidence going into tomorrow's final, considering that they're playing the host. 88 for 3. Last ball of the 11th over. I think we'll have drinks after this. 55 and 55 balls. Nothing to panic about. Good delivery, and that's the end of the 11th over. So after 11 overs, it's 88 for 3, chasing 143, 55 in the remaining 9 overs. After the drinks interval, and that's Asita's 50 now, 50 of 34 balls, and he acknowledged the applause of his teammates. It's been a very well constructed innings, and he has held the Sri Lankan innings nicely. 89 for 3 now, 54 only needed in the 52 balls. Here's Bishnoi, just opening the face of the bat and guiding it to third man. One more to the total, 90 for 3 now. So Sri Lankan Airlines are going through the motions, making sure that they just carry on batting and achieve this target. It will be a perfect dress rehearsal for their final tomorrow. And with Asita in will be a good game to watch. Here's Bishnoi. Once again, Asita is trying to oik this out. Didn't get to the pitch of the ball, but comes back. There's a throw coming in, but to the wicketkeeper's end. There is a shout, but Asita has made himself home comfortably. So 2 more runs, 92 for 3 now. Just 51 needed in 50 balls. And Sri Lankan Airlines are coasting home nicely now.
फंस जाएगा मैच यार, फंस जाएगा मैच भाई, जान लगा के लड़को।
Extras add to the total, 94 for 3 now. 49 and 49. 7 wickets in hand. This has been a very professional chase from Sri Lankan Airlines. Once again pulling it in front of square. There's no one there. It's another boundary. So the runs are coming thick and fast now. There you see Dulan swiveling across. Full shot. No fielder. Thank you very much for the 4. End of the 12 overs, and Sri Lanka are motoring along for 98 for 3. Aman to start his first over. 98 for 3. We are in over number 13 now. 12 overs have been completed. Just 45 needed now by the batting side. And it's going to be Asita, who's had a lovely half century, to take strike. Can he finish this in a canter? Watchfully played. Good delivery right on the stumps. It's a little short and it's pulled in front, but there is a fielder there. Just 1 more to the total, 99 now. Battle down the corner. Couple of runs. The wicketkeeper runs and gathers the delivery. And 2 more to the total. And that's the 100 for the Sri Lankan innings. Sri Lanka now 101 for 3. Just needing 42 now of the remaining 45 deliveries. Both these batsmen are looking good at the crease. Dulan giving good company to Asita, who's batting on 54 now. Once again trying to push into the covers and take a single, but sent back and rightly So Rowan is the new batsman at the fall of another wicket for Sri Lankan Airlines. Dulan was the man who got out. And Asita is still there on 54. And now 42 runs are only required in the remaining 43 deliveries. With 6 wickets in hand. Unless they don't falter, Sri Lankan Airlines should make this. Played nicely off his legs. There is a fielder there who'll cut it off. And 2 more runs to the total now. 105 for 4. And that's the end of the 13th over. So 40 runs required in 42 balls. Bishnoi will continue. Sri Lankan don't need to do anything silly. Just make sure that they bat the overs. If they bat the overs, they will get the score. And their batsmen should get as much batting practice as possible, considering the final tomorrow, where they need to put up a good total if they have to put pressure on the home team. Oh, this is very close. He just opened the face of the bat. And once again, no one to back up the throw. Luckily, just went for a single. 104 for 4 now. 7 overs to go. Bishnoi is the bowler. This is a fearsome cut, but missed completely by Rowan. And the wicketkeeper collects. Dot ball, rare dot ball. 104 for 4. Nicely played. There is a call for a single, but sent back. 2 dot balls. Oh, this is another good delivery. So, a good over from Sazi. Bishnoi, in fact. Bishnoi is bowling a good spell. Not giving away too many runs. That's a wide. 1 more to the total. 105 now for 4. This one is played nicely into the gap. There is a fielder coming around. And he will cut it off for another single. 106 for 4. 1 more over ball in the 14th over. 37 of 37. So it's going as run a ball so far. This has been a good over. But of course it won't have too much effect in the result of this game. Unless they lose 3 wickets in 1 over, I don't see Sri Lankan Airlines having a problem to reach this target. Once again, bowled nicely, but this is played equally well. Straight down the ground. There is a fielder there. They will cross over for a single. One more to the total. And after 14 overs, Sri Lankan Airlines are motoring along nicely. 107 for 4, requiring 36 in the last 6.
Come on, guys. Come on. Quick change, guys. Quick change. एक बार और ले लो सतेन बाहर चला जा ओके रेडी गाइस रेडी
Bishnoi went for 14 in the last over. None for 14, in fact. 107 for 4 now. 36 required of 36. Here's Aman, who's got a wicket and 3 runs. Bowling to Asita. Again, outside the off stump, trying to cut that. Missing it completely. Dot delivery. No need to panic much, because Sri Lanka are well in control of this game. And it's a matter of time when this will finish. Once again, pulled nicely into the gap. This will be racing away off his legs into the fence for 4. Asita is continuing where he stopped. 111 now for 4. Asita moves along to 60 of 42.
Jagie.
111 for 4. 32 required in 34 deliveries. Oh, this is a full toss, smashed back. But there is protection in the deep. Long on and long off boundary riders are waiting for that. And that goes for one more to Asita. He moves on to 61. 112 for 4 now. Just a mere 31 required in 33 balls. Rowan is on 3. Aman has figures for 1 of 8. So that's not bad in the context of this game. Once again, just opening the face of the bat and guiding it for a single. One more to the total, 113 for 4 now. 30 of 32 deliveries. Very much in control. And Asita has been the pillar, the backbone of this innings. 61 of 43. A good candidate for the man of the match. Lovely delivery, flighted, right on the money, watched full carefully, respecting the bowler. This is pulled, just opened the face, but there is short third. And once again, a wayward throw resulting in an extra run. Cricket basics not being followed at all. There is no need to throw that hard, considering the batsman was already in. That's the end of the 15th over. So 115 for 4 now, just requiring 28 in the remaining 30 deliveries. So Bishnoi comes back. He's got figures of none for 14. And he will be bowling to Rowan, who's not out on 4. 28 required now. Here's Bishnoi to Rowan. Nicely played, but straight to the fielder. He doesn't collect properly, and the batsmen scamper for a single. One more to the total now, 117 for 4. Oh, this is over the fielder, and this is running away to the fence, but the ball is stopping. And Asita gets 3 more runs, so 119 now for 4. This is squeezed through the covers for just another single. One more to the total, 120 for 4 now, just requiring 23 in the remaining 4 overs. Asita, can he finish it in a canter? 66 of 46. Oh, very good ball. Lovely delivery, angling across. Beaten a set batsman. A dot delivery, 120 for 4. .22 now needed in the 25 deliveries. Sri Lankan Airlines getting good batting practice now for tomorrow's final. That's the end of the 16th over. After 16 overs, 121 for 4 with Asita on 67 and Rowan on 6. So we're going through the last 4 overs now. Sri Lankan Airlines in complete control of this game. 22 required. The captain has taken the responsibility to bowl. And oh, there's a bit of a mix-up. And Ajita has gone. Is there a twist in the tail? There was no run. He was called for a run. And there you see just a mere push straight to the fielder. There is no need of a run. He said no also. And in the end, he cannot make it. And Asita is out. An unnecessary wicket. Will that make a bit of a difference or not? We'll wait to see. It's still 22 required of 24 deliveries. Is there a twist in the tail? Asita is walking back for 67. Well played. Lovely innings from him. And he has guided his team almost home with the last leg left now. Rowan is not out on 6. And Sanjay is the new batsman walking in now at the fall of that unnecessary run out. Is the door open for United Airlines to just make one last dash? Or will Sri Lankan Airlines see this through comfortably? The next 23 deliveries are going to be crucial. No need to panic as far as Sri Lankan Airlines are concerned, considering that they have 5 wickets in hand and they're very much on course. But 1 or 2 wickets in the over will send the cat amongst the pigeons. Once again flighting this. This is in the air. And it is a loose delivery. So 4 runs. A long hop. And Rowan has made sure that he's made full use of it. It's also a no ball. So we will get a free hit. Plus 4 runs. There it is for height. The no ball signaled. No fielder there. But even if it was there, you have been a mere spectator. So a free hit coming up for Rowan to encash and get closer to the target. 17 now of 23 deliveries. Once again, this is in the air. And this has gone all the way for 6. So Rowan has encashed nicely. There you see, beautifully hit. And in the end, eleven runs have come. Once again, pushed back to the bowler. Just 11 needed now of 21 balls. Here's Anuj. Once again pushed into the... But there is no run. This is also trickling to the boundary. There is a chase. And the fielder picks it up inches. And they go back for another 2 runs. So 9 required now. We are in over number 17. Once again a long hop. Pulled in front. There is no fielder there. And that's gone for another boundary. So a very expensive over from Anuj. And Sri Lankan Airlines just need 5 now with 3 overs to spare. And Rowan has made full use of it. Let's see this over. Pulled nicely into the gap in front of square. No fielder behind. and it races away to the fence. So good striking by Rowan, 138 for 5 in 17 overs.
Center please. Center please.
Just 2 remaining now. There's it. That is the winning run. And there it is. Sri Lankan Airlines have coasted to victory by 5 wickets and more than 2 overs to spare. And this has been a very, very clinical performance by Sri Lankan Airlines. Let's see the winning run, hoiking it over. No fielder behind, outside the 30-yard circle. And that's the end of a very, very professional performance by Sri Lankan Airlines. They've already qualified for the final, and they've made sure that their dress rehearsal has not gone a waste. And really a professional effort from them. And they have cantered home with 2 overs to spare. Let's look at the batting card for Sri Lankan Airlines. We'll have that on your screen in a moment. Yeah, there it is. Chaminda with just 2 runs. The captain went early, but Asita was the backbone, 67. Dasis made 2. Shavindra made 19. Dulan made 8. But Roman, 27 of 17. And Sanjay, 2 of 2. Saw them home with 2 overs and 2 balls to spare. 145 for 5. And this has been a very, very clinical performance with the bat. As far as the bowling, not much to talk about. Anuj Jain, 4 overs, 32 runs, 1 wicket. Lakshya Sharma, 2 overs for 32. He was very expensive with 1 wicket. Sazi went for 3 overs for 24. Udit Munjal went for 3 overs for 15 for 1 wicket. He was the pick of the bowlers, along with Aman Tiwari, who made 2 overs for 11 with 1 wicket. And Bishnoi, 3.4 overs, 27 runs, no wicket. 18 extras, and in the end, Sri Lankan Airlines beat United by 5 wickets with 2.2 overs to spare. We'll quickly go through the highlights. The captain falling very cheaply early, and that gave some hope to United, but in the end, the Sri Lankan batsmen had other ideas and kept on going nicely. They kept on scoring the shots. Shots all around the park, 6s and 4s. They never looked in trouble. And very, very good performance with the bat, very clinical performance. They look a team that's ready for the final. And it's going to be a crackerjack of a final tomorrow with the host team and Sri Lankan Airlines. They'll recoup. They'll make sure that their bowling is an area that they want to concentrate on, which is what the captain mentioned to me at the toss. And I think that is one area that they need to look at a little bit to ensure that the extras don't come. A lot of extras have been bowled by various teams in this tournament, and extras means extra runs, extra overs. We're still seeing the highlights package, all runs scored all around the park. And Asita, fantastic innings. This was the run out. Unnecessary run out. He would have finished the innings, but in the end, Rovin made sure that there were no more hiccups. And Sri Lankan Airlines coasted home with 5 wickets. We will now take a break. We'll take a break and we will have the post-match presentation very soon. Stay tuned.